and see what we got going on here. While we're waiting for this to load up, we can talk about the one thing that they did announce already, this District 56 building. In case you didn't see the official announcement, there it is, came out on July 4th. Rev did a video on it, kind of going through it a little bit, and I know Beck put out her official video, which I'm sure you're probably finding here. So this will be our new building, this District 56. I think, is this where in the Picard show where what's her name is looking for drugs and whatnot and doing the Starfleet intelligence gathering stuff? Is that whole thing, does that all take place in District 56, or is that something completely different that I'm misremembering? But anywho, it provides the following benefits to your ships. So you're going to get more Apex Barrier for PvP, going to help lower the damage you take. You're going to get more mitigation stats, which is also going to help reduce the amount of damage you take. Their crit damage reduction is also going to go down. So again, these are all things where they're recognizing that they created a problem over the last year by just giving more crit damage, more crit damage, more crit damage, isolytic damage, and all this kind of stuff that, PvP fights were ending in one round a lot of times, or 2 rounds, most of the time. If it went to 3 rounds, it was like, whoa, what happened? What ability didn't proc? So rather than nerf existing mechanics and or officer abilities and things and scale them back down, instead they're now putting in a new building that's going to lower the values of the things that they just spent the last year selling us. Now they're going to sell us the fix for it, right? That's marketing 101, right? Make a problem and then make a solution for it. So that's kind of what we're getting. We're also getting increased time in the mirror universe, so you can stretch that out a little bit as well. If you want more time, as you level up your building and things like that, you'll get additional minutes. I think it's every 5 levels of the building, you get a little extra time. There's also going to be a additional refinery pull that'll give you more like rift keys and stuff like that. You get a daily claim. It's got liquid Trellium D, so you'll get a little bit more of that. And then you'll also get a couple of premium rift keys. I think it starts at like 2, so don't get too excited. If you still need 40 to make a jump, the entry is going to start at like 2, and then every 5 levels, that number increases probably like 1 at a time. So maybe when you have this building up to like level 30 or 40, you might, be able to do an extra premium trip a week. You'll also get more entry vouchers as well, so you can have more access to this content if you want it, thanks to the new building, is kind of what it seems like it's going to be. There's Beck's video where she's going to explain stuff. Yeah, every 5 levels. Okay, so more Trellium D, more Rift Keys. That goes up. And then the Mirror Refinery is going to give you the materials you need to upgrade the building. So I don't know whether it's going to be a new pull in the Mirror Refinery, which is going to then make you have to use more of the liquid Trellium D that they're then giving you. In which case, then this might not be a net gain, or if they're going to add it to an existing pull. So in addition to getting, say, mirror dust, you might also get this material. I don't know where they're putting it, right? They didn't say where they're putting it. They just said it's going to be in the Mirror Refinery. So if we go into our Mirror Refinery, there's already a bunch of bundles in here, right? Are they going to add a new one, or are they going to put it here in the Liquid Trellium store? So you're going to have to, they're giving you more Liquid Trellium, which people are excited about, thinking, great, I'll be able to pull more of this stuff. And it's like, yeah, but actually you're going to need that extra Liquid Trellium to get the materials to upgrade the building. That would be my guess, 4+ years in. That would be my guess, is that it's going to be a new pull, kind of like you've got one for the holodeck. If you want to upgrade that building, it's a separate pull, separate material. And if you want to, oh, that was a good one too. So if you want to keep upgrading the new District 56 building, you're probably going to have to convert some of that material, which is why they're giving you extra of it. Now they're giving you a choice. Do you want to prioritize the new building and upgrading that? Or you could probably buy some packs to upgrade that building directly, you know, launch month. And then you can focus on doing more of these other things that you'd rather do with your extra liquid Trillium. Or do you prefer to just take the extra material and then use it to upgrade the new building free of charge? That would be how I kind of see things rolling out. In case you're wondering, the new building will go, oops, interior, wrong button. Right over here in this empty slot here, you can kind of already see that there's some glowy stuff going on down there. It's kind of a little bit of an underworld, right? It's kind of underneath everything else. So it's going to go right there, and it's going to have all those wonderful fun buffs that will help try to bring a little more balance back to PvP, or at least make fights go a little longer so officer abilities have a little more time to do their thing. You know, right now, like that whole assimilate mechanic doesn't really work because you got to live through the first round before they even start to do anything in round number 2. So, but if we can fix that and make PvP fights start going 3, 4, 5 rounds again, well then assimilate comes back into play as a viable strategy, and now it might extend that. Like if the fight goes to 3 rounds normally because of this stuff, and now you kick in assimilate, maybe you stretch it to round 4, maybe you stretch it to round 5, and that gives other abilities more of a chance to work, depending on what the values are here. May not be enough, and it may still be over in 2 rounds, but we'll kind of have to see to go. What's up, Tell? What's up, Lando? Damn my logic, it'll probably be like that. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what it feels like, right? That's what they've shown us before in previous mechanics, right? They're not just going to give you the new thing and say, here, just go ahead and start upgrading it. Like, they're going to, this is a new ability, and this is one that's PvP focused, and those tend to have more of a marketability factor, right? PvP is usually what people are willing to spend on. People who will spend on stuff tend to spend on stuff for PvP a lot of the times because they want to be the one winning the fights and, you know, leading the raids and winning the incursion battles and, you know, dominating in territory capture and that kind of stuff. They want to be, you know, the alphas out there. So they're more than willing usually to spend on PvP based mechanics. So them just sort of dropping something in would feel unusual. Not to say it can't happen, just that it would feel unusual. And this seems more likely it's something that they're going to sell for the first couple of months and make some good money off of. So that's what we're going to get with the new District 56 building. And then there's actually a more. Oh, there's a video. No, thank you. I don't want to watch the video. Oh, that's the link to her video. I was hoping that there was a chart. Let's see if it's in stfc.space yet. Nah, District 56 is not in there yet. Would have been nice, but not quite there yet. I kind of wanted to see what some of the values might look like if there was a chart yet, but I guess we'll get that on Tuesday when the new building and stuff gets added. Aloha, Dr. Iron Chef. Thank you for the 100 bits and welcome on in. For those of you here, if you haven't seen the posters yet and the flyers, new ARC launch is Tuesday. Tomorrow night is the annual, the monthly ARC Fall launch party that usually includes people like Major Samo and Dr. Iron Chef and Captain Jesse and Scribbler. And, well, yours truly will be joining the panel for the first time. Can't stay too long because, I mean, it starts at 11 p.m. Eastern time for me. But I will be hanging out with them, and the rest of their all-star lineup, going through some of the patch notes and stuff when they get it released tomorrow night. So you get an extra little dose of Tibbs along with some other awesome people at the same time. So make sure to try to clear your calendar and check that out if you can. Let's go find that awesome graphic that Dr. Iron Chef put together. Bam. There it is. Ooh. Including a new logo he designed for Captain Jesse. Scribbler, Dr. Iron Chef, Samo, me. This is going to be on Jesse's channel. He's hosting tomorrow night. So stop by, give him lots of views, throw in some subscriptions and bits, and we're going to talk about all the things related to the new ARK launch tomorrow evening. And tell your friends, come on by, bring a friend. Everybody bring a friend. He'll be asleep by 11. I'm going to try not to be asleep during. I might take a nap first. We'll see. Maybe I'll take a little short nap after work and make sure I'm awake and alert to at least try and make it to the patch notes getting released, right? Before I have to tap out. So, but we're gonna give it a shot. I'm excited to be invited, and sure it should be a good time. So that's all right. So that's it with the District 56 building. What do we think? Thoughts, comments, concerns, feedback? Me on Red Bull? That's worth watching. There you go. Let's go find. It's a good point. Where is Jesse's channel? There we go. If you're not already following Cap Jesse, there's the link. Hop on over. Give him a follow now. That way you'll get the notification when he goes live tomorrow. And then you're like, oh crap, that's right, that thing's going on. Watch party, woo! Deathkill thinks it's going to be another building that, when it comes out, is just going to kind of be abandoned and fade into the background like so many other buildings. It's very true. And, you know, one of the things I noticed about Rev's video, because again, there's so many buildings give so many buffs and things like that, but when watching Rev's video, he pointed out that, you know, the Court of Q here also has crit hit damage reduction. So this already gives you a little bit of critical hit damage reduction based on how you've leveled up your Court of Q building from what your opponent is doing, player ships, right? Except it also gives you more critical hit damage against your opponent, which I think is the weirdest concept ever. It's like we're going to put both bonuses on the same building, right? Your critical hits are going to go up 100%, and you're going to lower your opponent's by 70%. And then their building is going to do the same thing, right? Their building, if it's equal level, is going to give their stats 100% boost and then lower yours by 70%. So it's really only like a 30% gain or so, 40% gain between these. It's like this is a weird mechanic to put bonus and reduction on the same building, and now we're going to slap a new building on with even more reduction, which is just sort of admitting that, yes, there was a problem, and they added way too much to critical hit damage. But, again, rather than just, you know, increase some of the existing content and mechanics or change the values on things, they're going to walk it back by new content. PJ thinks they got to fill up all the building slots so they can sell you a bigger station. That's funny. Don't put that out there, right? We'll need this enhanced station module to expand it. We still have a couple slots over here, right? We can put some stuff. There's at least three slots here. They can put some more stuff in, and we can expand out into the water and add 2 or 3 more slots there, and then we can get one more in over here. So I think we're good probably through the rest of this year at least. And then you always have this row here that you could add, you know, 4 or 6 more slots. So I think maybe we got till like 2026 before we need to worry about a station expansion.